Inkproducts.com has now released its newest ink tank system for Epson's Workforce 2630, 2650, and 2660. This is our new rocket bottle system. It's awesome. I'm going to show you how to set one up, how simple it is, less than 10 minutes. I'm going to do it on a brand new printer right out of the box. I'm not even going to put the Epson cartridges in. Now I just set up the XP424, but now on this video I'm going to set up the 2630. 2630 is just a little bit more money. I only paid $59 for this one, but it has a little dock feeder. A lot of people like that. So now I'm going to go in, unbox it, set it up here on the table, and then start the video. Okay, I've just unboxed the Workforce 2630. I'm not going to use the Epson cartridges. I'm going to show you how to set the ink tank system up. I'm going to turn it on. Now, if you have the Epson cartridges in there, you've got to bring them over, take them out, turn the printer off, turn it back on, and then install the system. Now, this ink tank system, is better than refillable cartridges. And here's why. Because of the rotating serial numbers, these chips are only good for one shot. That means you got to keep replacing the chips. Now, we have some other chips that you can go 15 times, but then eventually they run out. Where this system has the new COC Smart chip that has unlimited resets. Squeeze the button, you reset it. It's as simple as that. Say in English, USA, winter. I just go to proceed. I don't want to set this up. Okay, I'm done. Preparing. Now it's going to bring it over. Now we'll take the system out of the box. Going to come in the box. You're going to have printed instructions, photo printed instructions. Now if you don't want to get any ink on your fingers, get yourself a pair of rubber gloves. Cheap rubber gloves. Now when it's all set up, it's going to move over. Then I'll be able to put the system in. This may take a minute or two. It's initializing. Box, I opened it up. These are going to be your printed instructions. Always read the instructions, because sometimes the video doesn't have any of the updates. Because videos can be made a year ahead, and we just don't make another one. So anything we give you, look at your printed instructions. You can go page by page with it. It's all photo instructions. There we go. Tells you, explains everything. No more need for refillable cartridges. Just refill an ink bottle up. It's a lot simpler. Okay, when you take it out, you're going to have your parts and pieces in there. And we show that on the front of the instructions. Right there. So you want to lay them out to make sure you got them all. Now I just want to point this out. It says on the label, warning, use within or set it up within 7 days. That's important. We want to make sure that everything is working. Parts and pieces out. That's your safety catch. Your hose clips. Now you get the syringe with the long tips so you can fill up the ink bottles. And by the way, I want to point this out. It says discard after use. Pay no attention to that. These are veterinarian syringes. You don't want to do that. And you don't want to wash them out because you'll damage that plunger inside. Just mark what color you used out of that one and put it in a bag. Also, we give you some refill tools here and repair tools. That's on the last page. Like if you ran the bottles out of ink, that'll help you get started. Or if you're having a problem with your print head, that little black rubber hose can show you how to fix it. On the instructions, we show you how to fix it. Now, we always wrap it to protect it, because when it's shipped, there's a chance some ink may dribble because of the pressures. So what I want to do is I want to lay it down. And then I'll take this plastic off. I want to get a piece of paper towel because I'm going to be removing the plugs, because that's important. There might be some ink try to come out of there, so I want to catch it before it goes all over. That's why I'm wearing rubber gloves. You only have to do this once when you unbox it. Okay, now I laid it down. Now I'm going to use my paper towel here to open up the plugs to make sure no ink is coming out. You want to do them all and then put the plug back in, because you see, you got a little ink on your fingers. So that's to be expected. Okay, now I'll put on a safety catch. I just stick it on the back, peel and stick it. I want to point this out because there's two sides. This has an arrow, so this is going to go on the back of the ink tank. Stick it on like that. Then I'm going to put the other one back on. I'm going to stick it to that. Then I'm going to go over there. Now these are not used to hang it from the printer or to hang it off the wall. They're not designed for that. If you don't want to put that on, you don't have to. That's just a safety thing so somebody can't knock the bottles over accidentally. Okay, I got it on. So then now when I'm ready, I'm going to peel that part and stick it. It takes up to 48 hours to set up. I've got the cartridges over, printer still turned on. I'm going to reach in there. I'm going to put them in. Now here's where it gets a little tricky, because they got to snap in, all four of them. And it gets a little tough over here to snap them in. Sometimes they'll go in, sometimes I push right on the top here. See that? Just click that in. Be very careful. There you go. But I've taken it in and out a couple of times. Sometimes you have to do that. Now I'll be able to run the hose around and put it on. And I'm going to use the little hose clips, peel and stick them, and I'll show you where to put them. Then I'm going to peel and stick the first one. See the little screw there? I'll line it up with that, just like that, flush. And then, okay, now I changed it. I was going to put it right there, but it's going to stick up a little bit. I won't be able to close the top. So I moved it over right here to the edge of this, so it's flush. So you want it right there. Then I can bring it down and put another hose bracket right there. Now, put my other hose bracket right here. I peeled the backing off of that. Come over here and line it up where I want to put it and push it right against it. That's it. Now with that paper napkin or paper towel, I'm going to go take out the top plugs before I let it charge up, because if I don't do that, it'll starve the printhead and we'll have a problem. So I'm going to open these up. Here again, we made sure no ink was going to drip out. I've got my hose like this. I'm going to leave the top up temporarily. Now I can press the start button. Now, if it's not in, you're going to get cannot recognize. If you get that, you got to take it out, put it in. Now, if you had Epson cartridges in, you got to take the Epson cartridges out, turn the printer off, turn it on, and then put it in. So I don't have my hose, see that? Don't have the hose travel right. Next time, I'll just give myself a little bit more. So, I didn't have it set right. And see the way it's coming off? I want to make it come off like that. It's got to come off like that. So I'll turn it off and then turn it back on. Hose let out. Now I'm doing hose travel. Now you'll be able to close the lid too. Because when you close the lid, that's going to hold that hose from coming up in the air. It's going to go through its setup right now. I closed the lid right now. Okay, now it's going to go into checking ink cartridges. Now remember, I did not put the Epson cartridges in. initializing. I had to squeeze that reset button 4 times because it was looking for a different serial number, because I did not put the Epsons in. So I did it, and then it recognized them. It's telling me don't turn it off. I can close the lid. I can use all the functions. I'll get some paper, and then we'll do a couple of test prints and a nozzle check. Now, if you're taking out the Epson cartridges, don't let them run completely empty, because that can cause a problem in the print head. You'll get a lot of air in there. So always do a nozzle check. Everything looks good, then take them out. Put them in a plastic bag and save them. If it's a brand new printer, you don't even have to put them in. I keep them just in case I had to do some troubleshooting. I mean, the set of cartridges cost almost, if not more, than the printer. There's enough ink in this ink tank system to equal 12 and more sets of cartridges. And you don't have to worry about changing chips, filling cartridges. Actually, once you get this set up, it's less mess than a lot of people think. They think, oh, I'm going to get ink on me. No. Follow our instructions how to fill the bottles. You plug the little vent plugs. Unlock it, lay it down, open up the big plugs. Fill the ink, put it back in, just like filling your gas tank. Now it's done. I'll press the OK. It says letter. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over and I'm going to, oh sorry, press OK. I'm going to go over and I'm going to select maintenance. Let's go back to home. Okay. Okay, it wants me to do this first. No, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to set up that. No. Alright, now I'm on copy. Now I should be able to scan down and find setup. Okay. Let's take a look at the ink levels. They look good. Okay. Go down to maintenance. Press OK. Print head nozzle check. Yes, that's what I want to do. Now this is the first sheet to come through this printer. Say OK. Print to start. It's just going to take a second because it's going to initialize, because it's the first sheet through. I'm going to lift the top up so you can see what's happening. Oh, it already came out. That's pretty fast. Perfect. Perfect. This Ultra Pro True Color ink is awesome. It's just awesome. Why would you go buy Epson's $400 printer when you can buy our ink tank system? And we have the Executive Series with pigment ink and everything. But you can buy this system and the printer for slightly over $100. And there's enough ink in there to probably print for a year, according to Epson's calculations. So, okay, we're done. I'm going to go back to home. Home again. Now I'm going to go to copy. I'm going to open this up. I'm going to get a little magazine cover and make a copy. That's going to be the second copy out of this printer with our ink tank system. These little rocket bottles are awesome. They've got built-in positive flow chambers, ink flow chambers to the print head. You don't need double loop hose bracket. You don't need backflow dampers. You don't need any of that stuff. It's got everything built into it. That and the cartridges. Okay. I think I'll make a copy of this. Close the lid. And this printer has a little dock feeder. Some people like that. Say OK. 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 OK, I'm done. I want to print. Now I wanted to open it so you could see it coming through. But I'll wait. Then I'll open it. I'm feeding 2 sheets of paper. Didn't load my paper correctly. Didn't probably put the sides in. Now this little system saves you lots of money. You don't have to fill cartridges. All right, here it comes. Second sheet out of the printer. Didn't even use the Epson cartridges. These are Ultra Pro True Color die base. Look at that. Didn't have to touch anything, didn't have to set anything. Now I'm going to open this lid up and watch it go back and forth for you. Just so you can see it in action. I've got the hose set just right. There it goes. See, actually closing the lid actually helps the hose stay down where it doesn't come up. Now we designed this rocket bottle system 15 years ago. I always liked it. Simple, it's easy. There you go. Second one out. Now I'll close this, open that, and show you. That was from this magazine, and I made a copy. So go to inkproducts.com for the best American-made ink and the best ink tank systems for Epson, HP, Canon, and Brother.